Hello everybody! I just done a video with the concept of the integrated separate system with that whiteboard, and I had two audience. This guy and this guy there, and I get a lot of heck after I done the video because they said that I was going to confuse a lot of people. So I have decided they can do a video explaining how they understand what I said in my last video and see how
You're just trying to prove whether or not we were confused. And if we're confused, then other people will surely be confused.
Yeah, this guy working with me with 30 years, and if he confused, and I was really bad. So I'm handing this pointer to Jason and putting the mic in front of them. One of you might actually hold the mic so you'll get a louder sound. So okay, integrated separate system.
Integrated separate system. You just did the whiteboard video, and you always lose me a little bit on the whiteboard videos, mostly because of all the squiggly lines. But I'm not a squiggly line guy.
Not a squiggly line guy?
Okay, I'm zooming in.
Okay,
But you're...
let's talk about some of the squiggly lines. Okay, so what we have in theory here is an integrated separate system, which means there is a central power supply for all the components. Okay, and what I should mention at this point is that some of this is available right now in production product.
Buy now.
This and this. So call me.
Yeah, buy now.
Some of it exists in an experimental form. Actually, all of it exists in an experimental form, but the difference is simply this. In this integrated separate system that we have right here, you point to it. You need to point up. There we go. Yeah. What we're doing is we're using the largest, we've got two power amplifiers involved here. We're using the largest one as a centralized power system for everything, for a DAC, for a phonostage, for a preamp, okay? This is all being wired through a couple of adapters, one of which I'm showing you right here, the other which is right behind. So this is the FCF, and this is the SP catback. These are both cables to unify this. So main power supply here, running all of these things, running this. Okay, now the advantage.
That was my question. Why go through all this trouble?
Because what you want to do is unify and synchronize all of the power supplies together. If you can, an integrated amplifier is the best way to go if you can manage it, if you've got a big enough power supply, right? But the nice thing about this is in the theoretical form, you could, instead of having these two things here, you could just have a great big power supply right there in the middle, run everything off it, not even have a power supply in here. And then you've got one power supply, everything working in synchronization and harmony. Okay, now I'm not even going to talk to the technical aspects of that. I'm a music guy. I've heard the explanation. I understand it, but deliver the explanation, forget it. What I have heard is what it does to the music, and it makes the music just come alive. There's far more emotional content. There's far more musical part connection. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing.
So it synchronizes.
Jump in anytime. Talk tech to us,
It smooths
please.
out. It synchronizes the voltage. Is that one advantage?
Yes, it's synchronizing the voltage. Basically, as soon as you plug the cable, synchronizing the voltage, as soon as you plug the cable together, all power supply using the same rail, and they exactly the same number. Never mind regulator. Regulator don't actually give you the same number. I have to say that because it's like so many power supply that I measure, other brand, they're all over the place.
Yep. Okay, so that's the advantage. That's the theory. It actually does work. It's audible. It's an audible thing that you can listen to and judge. But so taking all the squiggly lines apart. Basically, you're just plugging all the power supplies into one main unit. Again, in theory, you could have just one big box in here to do it, or down here, you use the biggest power amplifier as a centralized power supply, and that works too.
Here's a consumer cheapskate question.
Yes.
Do you get more for your money? That's how I think. is it going to be, you can get better sound by sharing the power supply and will overall make it less expensive, or is it's basically going to be the same price as all these amplifiers with all these power supplies in them?
Overall, we
Together.
actually make it less expensive.
Yeah,
because
overall.
Let's put it this way: the A210 and A210 at the bottom, and AM205 is the top, which is a first amplifier module. That's what the AM stand for. You are basically getting an A210 power amp and the A205 power amp. Let me think. The A205 power amp will be 35% less expensive than the actual A205.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Now you're
But
talking
you're
my
getting
language.
you're getting two benefits. You're getting two extra benefits. You get the synchronization of the power supply, and you get 4 channels instead of 2 channels, which you can bi-amp them
Yep.
and adjust either the tweeter mid range or the woofer to make it more suitable to the room.
Yep.
Another advantage.
Another advantage, and 2 advantages actually, by paying 40%, 35% less.
Sounds good to me.
Yep. Yeah. The only downside is if you buy into this, right? If you buy into the amplifier module, then it's not a standalone amplifier. So at some point, if you want to separate them,
You just buy a separate
you
power
need to
supply.
buy a separate power supply, and you can move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But-
then your amplifier will actually have a basically your amplifier will have a separate power supply for the amplifier.
Yep.
It's a standalone amplifier after that.
Yeah. So win-win, because you're not stuck with something that can't be used later on.
Correct.
Yep. Okay.
And that's my weakness. And I don't think like a business person. I still think like a consumer. So nobody gonna take over my company because I can't make money with my concept.
Now, ask what the downside to all of this is.
What's the downside, George?
You sound like a salesman.
Thanks for asking.
Oh, jeez. You're going to be awesome at Toronto Audio Fest.
Tell me.
The only downside is that it takes patience to understand what it is you're doing. The hookup of this is not plug and play like an integrated amplifier or even a power amplifier and a preamplifier. It takes some knowledge, it takes some understanding, and you have to be. This is something that I would not expect somebody to walk into my shop and go, "I want to buy this." No. This you have to be shown, and you have to hear it, and you have to consider the advantages, and you're going to have to deal with cabling, right?
So therefore, for now,
Yeah.
I insist George is going to hook up the system for you.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and that's what comes with this. I mean, this is going to sound like a sales job, and it's really not meant to sound like a sales job. Is if somebody does buy this, then if someone commits to this, then I have to make the commitment to go and help them get it right.
Not me. You don't want me into your house.
You don't. You really don't. You know why? Because when you do this,
Hey,
that's what happens.
hey.
One little thing goes
You
wrong.
can only do 1 cup, not that one.
So, lots of cabling. It's complex, and it's an investment of time. And really, what this isn't suitable for, and I hate to, here's me not acting like a salesman. If you have a multi-purpose room and you've got a TV, a home theater, and it's a family room, and it is accessible by a lot of people, it's probably not what you're looking for. Having said that, this is probably not what you're looking for anyway. You're just looking for an integrated amplifier. But if you've got a dedicated room and it's got some size, and you might want to investigate, say, a multi-speaker system, like we've been talking about the four speaker 2-channel, 6 speaker 2-channel, 8 speaker 2-channel. If you want to investigate something like that, this is a great way to start that system. It's a really good building block.
I would even say that if you want to improve the system, just going for bi-amp. It's
Yep.
like it's so many audiophiles just by wire, and they hear so much different. But bi-amp is 10 times more than by wire.
Yeah, so you've got adjustable control on the uppers and lowers. It's really good. And this because it has no power supply, theoretically speaking, has zero noise, or very little noise. I shouldn't say zero. and that's going to help with musical reproduction as well. So, next question. Got another one? What are we having for lunch? It's my question.
So you can evolve the system
Yes.
to bring in these, a DAC, a phono stage, a preamp.
Yes.
Bring those into the same power supply.
Yes.
But you don't have to
Nope.
at the beginning.
No.
Okay.
No. And again, now let's. I don't know if proprietary is the right word. This is unique to Angela-Gilbert stuff. So if you've got, I don't know, name me an amplifier. Sorry, name me a phono stage. If you've got a
Tom Evans.
If you've got a Tom Evans phono stage, we're not putting it. We can't do that. If you've got like I don't know, give me a preamp, give me a brand. If you got a Parasound preamp, we can't do this. This is if you're going to do this and tie it in here. Unfortunately or fortunately, it has to be Angela-Gilbert stuff.
Good answer. That explains that.
Yep. Anything else? Anything else?
Save it for another video.
I think we save it for another video. So, but by all means, if you've got questions, please ask the questions in the comment section, because either we can answer it in the comment section or we can make another video and help explain it.
Are you going to make a video help explain it?
Yep.
Okay. Until next time, bye!